Hello, hello. I am waiting to go live on Instagram. It always takes a second or two. There we go. So, are you allowing expectations and rules to determine who you date? Or do you have a clear set of values and boundaries that you use to navigate the waters of dating? If you are not in the relationship of your dreams, then there is a breakdown in your values and boundaries, or you are operating from a set of rules and standards. So, what is the difference, you may ask? What is the difference between those two? So, rules and expectations are all about him or them. Is he doing this? Or why isn't he doing that? When you have a lot of rules, you spend time looking for what he's not doing or should be doing, and usually always end up disappointed. For example, you may think things like, he doesn't dress the way I wish he would. He doesn't make as much money as I want him to. He doesn't call me every morning. You turn minor things, minor quirks, into non negotiable deal breakers and have a frustrating experience dating. On the other hand, values and boundaries are all about you. Values are the things that you must live by in order to feel good. They are your guiding principles, what matters to you the most. Having values is being 100% clear about what you do and don't want to experience in life, and then being that, embodying that. Boundaries are associated with the values you hold and determine what you will and won't do or accept in your experience with others. Values and boundaries are inside of yourself. You are either living in alignment with them or you are not. It's that simple. And it makes making decisions in dating and relationships way, way, way easier. When you are operating from that space, it's not about a checklist of criteria someone has to meet. It's about making sure the experience you are having it's in alignment with your values. Hi, in case you don't know me, you're new here. I am Natalia Hart and I am a dating and relationship coach. I help people to be secure, confident, and relationally intelligent. And I would like to make finding love inevitable for you in 2024. Allow me to coach you for only $1 a day. Send me a message and I will give you all the details. So let's go back to it. What are your values? How can you know when you are aligned and when you are not? When you are not honoring yourself and your values and boundaries, you feel insecure, uncertain, unhappy, and out of your power. Even if you're having fun in a dating experience that is out of alignment, you won't feel fulfilled. There will be a part of you that knows it's not what you want. When you are living and making decisions in alignment with your values, you simply feel good and confident. You feel empowered and in control of your experience. You feel clarity and are fulfilled no matter what the circumstances are outside of you. If you are unsure, if you're listening to this and you are unsure, you don't know what your values are, I want you to take a look at your life. Grab a pen and a paper and take a look at your life. When do you feel the most fulfilled and inspired? What is it that makes you feel that way? And why? The why will determine your values. It's that simple. If you are frustrated with dating, with the ups and downs of dating, and you are feeling overwhelmed, and you want to quit altogether your dream of creating and finding true love, I invite you to really, really consider this distinction. It is really, really powerful. Your values and boundaries are about you. Those are things that are innate to you and to who you are, and they are for you. They work for you. So, to give you an example, if you go on a date with a guy and everything goes well on the date, and he even may say, "Hey, can I ask you out for a second date?" So you are feeling good about it. And then he never contacts you. He never follows through. He never asks you out again. He disappears. I know, because as a woman, I have been there. It is easy to get into being sad, being frustrated, being angry. But I invite you to go deeper and see what value of you, something that is very important for you, that is intrinsically the most important thing for your happiness and your fulfillment, is not being fulfilled at the moment. And then give it to you. Let's talk clearly here. You really, really, when you go deep, 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 what you want is not a man. What you want is not a relationship. What you want is maybe to be happy. Maybe you want peace. Maybe you want connection. Maybe you want to feel in a certain way, because that is a value of yours that is really, really important. So I invite you to, instead of starting to see what he didn't do, how he did this, all men suck, and all the places that we go as women, I want you to go deep and see what is the value that is not being fulfilled. Let's take happiness, for example. So, be happiness, embody being happy. Even in the middle of feeling, of not having any evidence, that you could be happy. Because yes, of course, when things don't go our way, it's easy to not be happy. But I invite you to take the high value way, the higher road, the one that really, really will get you where you want to go. And embody that value of happiness for yourself, and start to find and create ways to make you happy. Because at the end of the day, it is about the journey, the moment by moment by moment, how we feel every day. And if we have a set of rules, a set of expectations on other people that we cannot control, we don't even know what is going on in their lives. Even people that we know what is going on in their lives, sometimes they will hurt us, they will cheat on us, they will lie on us. It's just the nature of humans. We are great, and we are also not so good sometimes. So I invite you to take the higher road, and other than being set on that expectation, or, oh, he shouldn't have done that, he should do this, he should do that how he dared, how people are so rude, how people are so selfish. Instead of going that road, that road won't lead you anywhere good. It will just lead you to a downward spiral of more negative thoughts, of more pain, of more anger, of more frustration, of more overwhelmed. And it's going to be so hard to get out of that pool of yuckiness. So I invite you to take the higher road and say, okay, I value happiness, or I value peace. So how can I create peace right now? Even though the situation, I could go on the opposite way, but I made a commitment and I am going to embody my values. And I am going to believe that even if I don't have evidence, that I will get what I want, that things will steer in a way that I will finally find and create true lasting love. I am going to be aligned to my values. And I am going to stand by my boundaries, but the boundary in this case is made for you to give a boundary to your own self and say, okay, Natalia, this is it. We don't cross this line. This is your boundary. You are not going to go into victim mentality. You are not going to go on a downward spiral. You are not going to align to your lower self, the one that thinks that, that poor me. This is a boundary I am giving you, Natalia. It's a contract that you have with your own self, where you allow yourself to feel the feeling, because it's the feeling of frustration or overwhelm, it's valid, but also you give yourself the opportunity to embody being happy and being at peace and being positive. And you are going to reframe those thoughts that are giving you the emotion of being frustrated. And you are going to start to say, you know what? I don't know. I don't know at all. I am not God. I don't have a crystal ball. The future is totally uncertain. And I truly believe that the best is yet to come. And I truly believe that the only way I am going to get to that point is today. Just for today, fulfill my values for myself and place boundaries to myself and align with who I want to be. Look, I know it's not easy. If it were easy, everybody would be doing it. If it were easy, everybody would be happy, everybody would be fit, everybody would be, living their best life. But if you are listening to this, if you have been with me for I don't know how many minutes, but for a few minutes now, and you're still here, number one, I want you to give me a like and send me a comment. If you're here with me, it's because you are different. You are daring to be different. And you are committed to doing the work that most people are not willing to do. I remember when I used to compete for running, I used to train a lot. I used to do marathons, ultra marathons. I used to do Ironman events, triathlons, a lot of very, very hard, long events. And I used to train a lot, and it wasn't easy. Mostly, I live in Las Vegas, Nevada, where we have a very long summer where the temperature is on the hundreds, on the 40 Celsius. And I will train, I will run a lot every day, and I will run with different people. And I remember so many people coming running with me and quitting. Once it got difficult because of the heat, because of the distance, because it makes you tired, they were quitting because they were like, oh no, it's too hard. It's too hard. Yes, it's very easy to do things, to have a good attitude when things are going well, when things are going our well. Although it's not common because some people lacks perspective, and even if things are going great in their lives, they cannot see it. So there is that. But anyway, when things are going well, things are going well. Things are easy. But really, really, if you want to have an amazing relationship with the right man for you, you are aiming for the 10%. Only 10% of women have a soulmate level, a conscious, connected relationship with their partner. I have talked to thousands of women. I know this because I have heard it. Most women are having a yucky or relationship. So if you do want to be part of the elite, part of the 10% that have an amazing relationship with their partner, you have to go the extra mile, as we said in running. You have to be in that realm where everybody quits, right? Because if we leave it to our own brain's devices, our own brain is designed for safety, for comfort, for survival. So I invite you to really, really go back to this video, to the beginning of this video, where I make the distinction between values and boundaries and expectations and standards. This is an amazing training that has the potential to really transform your love life and to transform your whole life. It's not about others. It's not about him or what he does or what he doesn't do. It's about us and our degree of commitment and embodying the character traits that we have to develop in order to get that amazing relationship. The women that have the amazing relationship have done the yucky things. Okay? There is no other way around. Even if they tell you, oh, no. Maybe they don't see it as yucky, because if you ask me, I loved all the work I have done because it inspires me and it made me who I am. I have grown so much from where I come from to where I am today. If you knew, growing up in a very small town with nothing, in a developing country, in a rural area, to where I am today and who I am today, it's all because I always chose not always, I mean, I'm human, but most of the time I chose the higher road. And my clients, the ones that really, really get to find and create the amazing relationship that they want, they have all done the same. There are no shortcuts. So check on yourself. Are you being aligned with expectations of others, with rules that you have about men and how things should be? Or are you aligned with what makes you come alive? And that is your values. Your values are the key to your happiness. Your values are the key to your fulfillment. Anytime you feel frustrated, overwhelmed, in your lower self, victim mentality, run a check as if you were a computer. Run a check. And I assure you, there is a breakdown in your values. So get very, very clear on what you value. For me, my number one value is health. I truly, truly, truly value health. I truly believe that without health, we are nothing. What's the name of this guy, the Apple guy? I can't remember. Well, the guy that created the Apple. Well, you know who he is. He's dead. He doesn't have health. He doesn't have life. If we don't have health, we have nothing. So to me, my embodiment always, I try to be aligned with health. My actions, my habits, the way I'm being, the things I do, the things I don't do, it's all aligned with health. So, for example, you know that I went on 200 first dates in 2 years back in the day when I was dating, before I met my now husband. One of the dates I went to was with this guy, and he was doing so. By that point, we had been texting back and forth a little bit, and everything seemed great. On paper, it seemed great. So we met. We met at this beautiful coffee shop in front of the beach on Hollywood Beach, Florida. And so when I met him, he started to talk and I was listening. And he started to share a lot of things about himself. He just talk. And I was listening and just, giving back. But I was listening. I was very curious. And he started to share that he was doing things to his body that were illegal. And it's not the illegal thing. I don't know. That wasn't what perked my ears. It was he was doing things that were ruining his health. He was doing things that were putting his body integrity in jeopardy. So even though he was very nice, he had, we got along and there was, things going on, I decided to not see him again. And I could have gotten frustrated and upset because, oh my God, these guys, bunch of losers. But I didn't, because I was coming from a place of honoring my values. I wouldn't get involved with a person, with a guy that didn't have the value of being healthy, because that wouldn't make me happy. I knew on the long run that was going to be a problem for me. So that's what I want you to focus. I want you to focus on that rather than rules, a list, a category. And when you get disappointed, because you will get disappointed if you are dating, it's not when, if. It's not if, it's when, because it's the nature of it. Dating is very superficial nowadays, so you have to really manage your energy. It's really about energy management. So really what I am teaching you right now is how to manage your energy. And it all comes back to us. It's not about him. We cannot control him. We cannot tell him what to do. We cannot push him to call us. We cannot, we have no control over other people. So it's about us and about embodying those things that makes us come alive. So it doesn't matter what men do, we still are who we are. Okay? We still are happy. And what another person does is not going to affect who I am. It's not. It's a boundary that we place on ourselves. Okay? So thank you so much for watching. And I'm going to answer on Instagram. If you have any question, if you have anything to share with me, please comment back. I am very good at answering and communicating, And if you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe to my channel. I want to get to 1,000 subscribers. I want to help 1,000 women by the end of the year. So help me out, okay? I want to help you. This is totally free. It doesn't cost you a cent. And it means the entire world to me. Much love. Mwah.